What's going on, guys? I'm Dylan with Constrictor Culture, and I'm back with another video as promised. It's coming out on Tuesdays and Fridays now at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, next video. So today I'm going to pretty much talk about, first off, I got business cards and stuff, and then stickers, so show you guys what those came out like and so forth. And then I'm going to talk about the investment side of ball pythons and like how to go forward with it and my outlook on it all, like what you should do and so forth. So to start off, let me grab them real quick. Okay. So this is the business card. Has our logo right here, Constrictor Culture, with the snake on the front, the Orange Dream Clown Girl that I got. And then on the back it has our Instagram, our YouTube, our Morph Market, and then our little slogan of taking pride in breeding quality in and out, as you can see there. Nice little card. I'm really happy with how they came out. And then we got two stickers here now. So the first sticker is pretty much the same logo, just the white version with the color and the snake. And then we also have a black and white version right here that you can see. And we have a whole bunch of them, so if you guys want one or something, let me know. We can maybe figure something out and how to get them to you guys. Very happy with how those came out. I have some plans to get actual like index card style made for breeding next. That's the next big plan for me. But yeah, let's talk about the investment side now. So for investing into ball pythons, there is a very big range of market of like what you can do with it. You can invest into lower end ball pythons and you can make some of those and they'll sell to the lower end people and stuff and so forth. Like you can get simple couple geners that aren't super expensive. Like you can get like a Firefly for probably like $250, $300 area, something around there, something like that, and make some nice Fireflies and so forth and invest into something like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have our own preference and everybody likes certain things. So if you want to invest into the lower side of things, something even simple like this Pastel Pie Girl, let me get her out, just to show you guys. I'm pretty sure she's going pretty soon because she's getting massive as well. She's about to go shed too. Her belly's getting all pink. But something simple like this, a nice Pastel Pie Girl. She's dropping cocoa. I think I got her for, I want to say like $350. Super good snake. I love it. And you can put her to something else and make some nice snakes out of her. So there's nothing wrong with buying these low end things. But you also got to look at it this way. You buy low end, you're not gonna make that $10,000, $5,000 snake. You're only gonna be able to make for the market around that area. So that's the only problem with that. If you're trying to do that, you're trying to make this big investment off of it. So at the start, when I first got into this, I was investing into like more lower end stuff because I thought it was the craziest thing to spend thousands of dollars onto a snake. Like the second snake I got, this Firefly Het Pie Girl, I thought it was so crazy that I just dropped $350 on this snake. I couldn't wrap my head around it, but I did it. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, damn, I wish they were all kind of like that price because it's a lot easier, or it's a lot cheaper so you can get them. But I'm limited to what I can get out of her unless I put like a $10,000 snake to her. Then yeah, you'll make some nice snakes out of that. But you gotta play with big money to make big money is what I've heard pretty much. So after a little bit of like getting more and more and more into it, I started investing more money into the whole projects and all that. And that's where I started getting into like some bigger projects that, yeah, they're not like insanely expensive, but they're still a nice price where I can make some nice offspring from them out of it. So like the Asphalt Clown Boy right here. Let me get him out. I'll show him off. He deserves to be shown off. So this boy right here, he was a pretty penny for me at the time too. So I got him for, I want to say $3,000, which is a lot in some instance, but not a lot if you look at the big picture of like all these other crazier things out there. Super nice. I have some big plans for him, and I have a female that he's going to that'll make some potentially even crazier babies. So anything that comes out of this, is gonna be nice. I'll make my return back on him off of the one clutch. Like here, he was pricier, but you're gonna get a bigger return in the instance of him when he does produce for you. So that's the one thing you got to look at is like when you invest into something like bigger money, yeah, you're investing a lot into it, but you're going to get this better return out of it and more longevity out of it because the snake is worth more in the beginning. So you'll be able to make more profit off of that snake in the long run versus you buy a $500 snake and the market is more saturated with that because more people have that readily available. So there's going to be, the demand for it is going to be, it's going to be lower. It's not going to be as high as a demand because it's not going to be as hard to get. So that's the one thing you got to look at. So if you go into it and you're like, yeah, instead of buying maybe 5 snakes of $500 value, you buy one snake at $2,500 value. Raise that girl up or boy, whatever you got, and then throw them to a couple things to get a better outcome from it, because you'll get a lot more worth for that babe or that snake into its offspring. And yes, you also got to think about that it's an odds game. You're not guaranteed anything fully unless you know for like, in a sense, you put 2 recessives to each other like clown to clown, then yeah, you know all the offspring's going to be clown, but you're not guaranteed that the asphalt in this snake and then the yellow belly in this snake, they're not guaranteed that they're going to go. You have like 25% chance, I'm pretty sure, if I did that correct. So it's not a guaranteed thing, but you gotta kind of take a little bit of a risk in the sense of it, and it's the only way you're going to get a bigger outcome out of it. So that was the big hurdle for me to kind of get over it. It's like getting over that mindset of like understanding you're going to have to put this money in if you want to make this money out of it. And I'm still kind of at, like, I've spent $3,000 on one snake, and I was like, that's a lot. And I'm still kind of at that boundary of like, yeah, $5,000 snake or more is crazy, but I'm kind of in the mindset of like, I would do it because I understand now, like, that I will make my money back. So it's not like I'm not gonna get my return off of that snake. It's just getting over that like hurdle of understanding, yeah, you're gonna have to grow it, so it's not gonna be an instant return. And that's the thing with ball pythons, or any snake I should say, is you don't get this quick return with them. So when you invest, a female, it takes roughly 2 to 3 years, give or take, maybe even longer, or maybe even less, depending how she grows and all that factor. There's a lot of other factors that go into it. You could buy a male, and he could possibly not breed for you for the first year you have him. And it's just how it is. You can't control it. You can't force it. It's just how nature is, and they will do what they want to do when they want to do it. So with that in perspective, you're just taking it's almost like a gambling risk in a sense. And if you're willing to risk it a little bit, there's possibly a bigger outcome for it. So that's the reason I've kind of dove into it a little more and put a little bit more. I'm accepting the fact that I'm putting a little bit of risk, and I want an outcome out of this that's better than just like some standards, like lower end stuff. I want to play with a little bit of the higher end genes and make some cooler looking things that aren't really seen very much. So that's kind of where I'm standing on it. And I've put a decent amount into all these. Like, after the first, I want to say 7 or 8 about, I started really like pinpointing what I need to get and what I want for projects and so forth to make nicer things. And it's just about planning out and not just buying any snake. You need to like fully understand what you want out of a project. And that's where I'm at right now. So yeah, I don't know how long this video is, but it seems like it was a quicker one. But that's a general aspect of like investing into it and understanding a little bit of like what you're gonna get out of it. You're not gonna fully get everything from me because I haven't been doing it long enough. I wouldn't know enough. I just know my general picture of like understanding it all and what I've seen and so forth. So that's pretty much it for this episode. Remember though, I do have the stickers and a business card and so forth. I'll probably be throwing those in with any snakes that I do send out, just to throw them in there for people to see, and they can check us out for other things on like Instagram and so forth. And if you want to get a sticker or something, just let me know. I can send some out if we figure something out and so forth with that. Remember though, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you liked about the video, and also like the video. Share it if you feel like it. It'll be cool if you do. Let me know if you share it, and that'll be even cooler. And we can chat it up a little bit and talk about some things with each other. Remember to follow us on IG at constrictor_culture, and peace.